Nobody tells you this, but the hardest thing to believe in is yourself. Not the version of yourself that smiles in public or gets tagged in photos. I mean the you that sits awake at 2 a.m. with your phone on your chest, scrolling through lives that seem better lit, more beautiful, more together. The you that remembers every failure more vividly than any praise. The you that whispers, maybe I'm just not meant for more. That's the voice I've known best. It's the voice that repeats the word loser so often it becomes a melody. It sneaks into job interviews, birthday parties, new relationships. It stands just behind your shoulder and says, "Don't get your hopes up." And for a while, I believed it. I wore it like an old coat, heavy, ugly, but familiar. I called it being realistic. But one day, I had a quiet moment, no grand revelation, no lightning bolt epiphany, just a small, still moment where I asked myself, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not a loser? And if I'm not, then who am I? And how do I become that? Step 1. Stop measuring by everyone else's ruler. How not to be a loser? Stop thinking you need to win someone else's game. That was my first mistake. I measured my life using other people's timelines. They had degrees, promotions, partners, vacations. I had late-night doubts, half-written projects, and an uncanny ability to overthink everything. But the truth is, we don't all start in the same place. Some people begin at mile 20. Others start behind the starting line, dragging invisible weights made of childhood trauma, grief, poverty, or shame. And still, we act like everyone's running the same race. The day I stopped sprinting towards someone else's finish line was the day I took my first real breath. Step 2. Lose the word loser. It's not just a word. It's a weapon. And the person who uses it against you the most might be you. When you call yourself a loser long enough, your mind stops arguing. It accepts it as fact. You internalize it, and suddenly, it shapes everything, from the jobs you apply for, to the people you think you deserve, to the dreams you stop chasing. But here's the secret. You are not your worst moment. You are not the exam you failed, the breakup you didn't see coming, the job you didn't get, or the chance you didn't take. Those are events. They happen to you, yes, but they are not you. So stop saying, I'm a loser. Try this instead. I'm in progress. It's truer than you think. Step 3. Do one brave thing. You don't need to change your life overnight. You don't need to start a company or move to Paris or quit your job tomorrow. You just need to do one thing today that the loser version of you would never do. Text the friend you've been ignoring. Submit the piece you're afraid isn't good enough. Say no to someone who drains you. Go to therapy. Go for a walk. Speak up in the meeting. Shut down your inner critic, just for an hour. Small wins are holy. They are the bricks that build resilience. Stack enough of them, and you have a road out of the dark. Step 4. Expect the fall, and rise anyway. You will fall again. You will doubt again. You will slip into old habits, say the wrong thing, mess up the timing, hear the voice again, the one that says, "See, I knew you'd fail." But here's the difference. You don't have to stay there. You are allowed to fall without making it your identity. You are allowed to begin again, not as punishment, but as practice. Life isn't a one-shot game. It's a series of reboots. And every time you rise, you teach that voice a lesson. I'm not listening to you anymore. Step 5. Find something worth losing for. Here's the final truth, one I never understood until much later. The goal isn't to never lose. The goal is to lose fighting for something that matters. Love, art, healing, justice, joy, growth. To care so deeply that failure is a possibility means you've actually lived. That you showed up, That you tried. That's not losing. That's living with heart. And the more heart you live with, the more you realize. Maybe you were never a loser to begin with. Maybe you were just waiting to remember who you are. So how do you stop being a loser? You stop giving that word power. You stop making fear your compass. You stop living someone else's script. You start showing up, in small ways, then big ones.